What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing another weapon breakdown for Battlefield 2042, this time covering the NTW-50. In these weapon breakdowns, we're going to be going through a bunch of stats that you guys need to know, such as rounds per minute, reload times, bullet velocity, damage over distance, and bullets to kill over distance as well. Now, before we get into it, if you guys do end up enjoying the video, then be sure to leave a like down below, and if you are new to the channel, then definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, as there's going to be plenty more content like this on the way in 2022. With that being said though, guys, let's get stuck right into my weapon breakdown for the NTW-50. So the NTW is obviously classed as a sniper rifle, and you unlock this bad boy at level 60, so it is actually the final weapon that you unlock in the game. It has a magazine size of 5 rounds, and it fires at a rate of 21 rounds per minute, which is the slowest out of any weapon in the entire game. Now, for its reload times, it takes 4.16 seconds for a tactical reload, which is when you manually reload it, or it has an empty reload time of 5.8 seconds, which is when it automatically reloads after running out of bullets. Obviously, that is a pretty drastic difference there. Both reload times are pretty terrible, to be honest, but it is definitely worth trying to always reload it when there's one shot left at a minimum, rather than letting it do the empty reload. As for the velocity, it sends its ammunition down range at 600 meters per second, which is the slowest out of all 3 of the snipers, and for context, it's actually on par with the slowest assault rifles, so even though it is a sniper, the velocity isn't its strongest area. Now, getting into the more detailed stats for the NTW, if you can even call these detailed, to be honest, keep in mind these values are all based off of body shots, and when it comes to the snipers, headshots actually have a 4 times multiplier rather than a 2 times multiplier like most of the other weapon classes, so any value that you see in these graphs are just a quarter of the damage when you land them to the head rather than the torso or the limbs. Now, the NTW deals 110 damage per bullet, and the crazy part about this weapon is that it doesn't drop off in damage until 150 meters or beyond, which barely even fits on this graph here, so this is the most boring graph you guys are literally ever going to see in your life. And honestly, with how slow the velocity is, you're not really going to be using this at 150 meters or beyond most of the time anyway. Weirdly enough, despite the look and the feel of the weapon, it is actually more of a close to mid-range sniper, so yeah, this is the only weapon in the game that can one shot to the body at such long distances. As for the bullets that it takes to kill over distance, kinda obvious since I did just say it, but it is a one shot to the body up to 149 meters, and then after that it is a 2 shot to the body at pretty much any range. Now, I usually cover the time to kill as well, but honestly with the sniper that stat is essentially redundant, and even more so with this sniper compared to the others, so I'm going to be leaving that out of the sniper guides as well as the shotgun guides. Time to kill really only makes sense for automatic or semi-automatic weapons at the end of the day. Now, just like the time to kill, I do usually cover the recoil pattern, but again, that is essentially redundant with a sniper. Don't get me wrong, they do technically have recoil patterns, but by the time you've bolted the weapon and gotten back on target, the bullets will just go exactly where you're aiming, so yeah, not much point showing off the recoil pattern for the sniper since there essentially is none. Now, on top of those two that I just mentioned in the time to kill and the recoil patterns, I also won't be going through any regular weapon loadouts for the NTW-50 either, as it actually only has one attachment for the ammo type, which is the anti-armor ammunition, and that is essentially completely redundant, and then the only other attachment options are the scopes, so there really is no loadout for the NTW-50. Simply choose the scope that you like the best. For me, it's the M11 6x scope as always, but other than that, the weapon pretty much has nothing to change due to how powerful it already is. So yeah, that was without a doubt the shortest weapon breakdown that I've ever done, not gonna lie. I probably could have just done the intro and then just said this weapon is a one-hit kill and pretty much has no attachments, and just ended the video right there, but I thought I may as well go into as much detail as I could, despite there not being much to it really. Up next, I'm hoping to cover the K30 for the SMG class, but other than that, let me know what you guys want me to cover next, as I'm largely going to be basing them off what you guys want to see the most, so be sure to leave some recommendations down in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to leave a like down below, and if you are new, then consider subscribing to the channel with those notifications on. If you guys want to support the content that I make here on YouTube, then consider becoming a channel member. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there on the battlefield.